So first of all, how do you feel about the accomplishment that you guys had today?
In Spanish.
Bueno, ¿cómo se sienten
No,
sobre?
I speak
I'm
English.
kidding.
Hable poquito español. Su nombre primero para el récord.
¿Tu nombre para el récord? ¿Le bajo?
Practicar español.
So anyways, we are very grateful for the jury's decision. We won the major claims, and
Of course.
that was the sexual harassment, the retaliation type claim. They won a very, very minor technical claim. It's called a defective wage statement, and it's just simply that the earning statement didn't have the correct hours. But she was paid the proper wages. She got her meal and rest periods. So she was paid properly. As we said throughout the whole case, Cintas, paid her what she was owed.
How much Don Pedro need to pay her?
It's going to be determined by the court. We're going to be fine on motion, but it won't be very much. It'll be a small amount.
Approximately?
Like around.
It would be under $4,000 or less.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
And
Did you
does
say-
she have
did you
space
say-
to appeal? Can she appeal
Well,
this
any,
decision?
they have to find a basis for it, right? And so right now, I don't see a basis for it, but they've got 60 days, and so they can file a notice of appeal within 60 days of the judgment. So
What is the exactly word that we need to use in this case? Because you say it's not gonna be guilty or not guilty. What is the exactly word?
So it's liable or not liable, right? So the jury found whether the company was liable for the claims, and there is a verdict form that they answer questions, and they decide who prevails in each claim. And so Mr. Rivera and Cintas won the major claims. I mean, really, the case was about the sexual harassment. I mean, these other claims were just throw-in claims. So
I got a question. To prove sexual harassment, do you have to have a police report?
no, but you have to have some evidence. And so what happened here, the plaintiff really had no evidence. I mean, she came to testify about her experience. She had no witnesses. There was no documentary evidence, and there was a lot of conflicting evidence.
We know you're specialized defending or going against big companies for the same labor issue. This way, it's the other way around. What did you think when this case came to your hands?
I do both plaintiff and defense work, so I'm comfortable doing it either way. I do more plaintiff's work, but I thought this case would be a challenging case. I think it's very difficult for somebody accused of sexual harassment to go through this process, especially Pedro Rivera. I mean, there's a lot of you guys are out here every day, and there's a lot of media attention to it, so it's a difficult process for somebody to go through. And Mr. Rivera, did well. He was credible. He testified very well. He told the truth, and the jury found for the right party. I'm confident of that.
What do you want to say to the woman that might be seeing this and that you're saying that they need to bring evidence? And what if a woman is alone with a man and the man does something? Or
What happens is really based on credibility. So how you come across to the jury, if you're consistent, the problem is if you keep switching your story, and every time you tell the story is a different version, it makes it more difficult, okay? Especially if there's no witnesses. If you're the only person, then you have to be careful. You gotta tell the story, accurately, truthfully, and consistently.
So she was changing her story
Yeah,
consistently.
and all stuff.
Well, we presented that in the closing arguments
Yes.
about how the story varied over time.
Some
Yeah.
years.
Well, thank you.
so much.
Again,
Johnny Depp and Hispanic Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Anything you want to say about
Well,
this?
this is my paralegal, and she assisted me.
can we have your card?
Something
I
that
agree.
you want to add?
I do agree with Vincent, and it's ultimately always up to the jury based on the facts that are admitted as evidence during the jury trial. So it really, it was in their hands and fair, partial process. Yes.
If a question, if he would have been found guilty of the sexual harassment part, what would have been the charges for Mr. Pedro Rivera?
Well, so again, it's not guilty, because guilty is no criminal case. This is whether he's liable for the legal claim of sexual harassment. And the plaintiff was suing both the company and Mr. Rivera for that claim. So essentially what they're doing is asking for money damages. If you saw, they were
How
asking...
much they asking?
Well, in the closing argument, they asked for $500,000.
But before, the son told us that they were asking for much more than that. How much?
They were asking
How much?
for, well, you know, I wasn't part of that process. I came
Okay.
into it later.
So
I
more than
can't really-
2,000?
I can't-
More than 2 million?
I can't really speak to that.
So who
Yeah.
pays for her attorney fees? She
Who-
pays for it? Or what is
So what happens is cases like that, attorneys usually take it on a contingency arrangement.
Oh, okay.
You get a percentage. So she wasn't on a, she didn't pay directly
Oh, okay.
for the attorneys.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You get paid?